Hey, Sugar. Hey, good evening, everybody, or good morning, wherever you are, depending on where you are joining me from. Hey, don't be shy. I ain't gonna bite. Y'all can talk to me.
Hey, Sugar.
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I am doing simply amazing, amazing. Here, let me
Yes, yes,
share
yes.
myself so y'all can see me too. Let me see.
Hey, sugar is a trademark.
I know, right? I should give me some t-shirts. Hashtag hey sugar. Is this still playing? Yes, it is. Here, let me stop that. I guess they want to just give y'all all kind of motivation this morning or this evening. Come on, what's happening? You don't want to respond to me? It's always technical difficulties when you're trying to be great, right? You always got to look for the positive and everything. Okay, cool. Let's see. I can share my screen. If it'll at least let me do that. All right, so has any of y'all that's on the call, or should I say, do any of y'all, are y'all familiar with who I am or anything about me, or are y'all like fairly new to the 52 weeks, or who's on the call? Like share with me who's on the call so I know who I'm talking to. Are y'all vets? Y'all been in the 52 weeks? Y'all new? Just
I'm
getting
still trying to
started?
get
Where
in
y'all
this.
at?
I'm still trying to get into 52 weeks.
Oh my goodness, sugar. Okay, send me a private message
I sent you a couple messages
on Telegram.
on Telegram. No, on WhatsApp.
Send it to me on Telegram. The reason I have people send it to me on Telegram is because our main group and our study groups are on Telegram.
All
So
right.
if you send me a direct message, you can add me to your contacts. I add you to my contacts. It's easier for me to find you, and
I've
then it's
already
easier for
sent.
me to add you into the groups.
I already sent my fee for the month and all that, and I still haven't like really got to get in.
Okay, so
I'm
look,
trying to get in before this Wednesday.
do it right now.
All right.
Send me the message on Telegram. It's gonna go to my phone. Send me the screenshot of your payment and your renewal date so that I can verify you on the spot.
Boom. I got your contact and all already.
Yep. Send it to me right now.
I
And
am.
before we get off the call, or as soon as we get off the call, I'll let you in.
All right. Hold up. Let me
All right,
send you.
so we got one person getting ready to come in. Who else we got?
So I'm in the 52 weeks. I've been in the 52 weeks for 3 weeks. Well, this week will be my fourth week in the 52 weeks.
Okay, so you came in with Debo.
I came in with Debo. Yep.
Okay, cool. So then that means you haven't seen me live. You've just been watching recordings.
That's it. Yeah, I haven't seen you live.
This is
Okay,
also.
cool. All
This is
right.
also first time.
This your first time too?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, my name is Carlos. I'm over here in Florida, and yeah, I'm actually new too. I actually just got into the 52 weeks, and I'm super excited. I mean, I know with Paper Chasing Debo, he's using the ketchup and mustard strategy, which, from what I've been told, is probably one of the easiest. And I mean, it makes money, so
Shout
I'm
out
Right,
trying to
to
see.
right.
I'm trying to see
that's my
what this is
mentor right
about.
there. Shout out.
Shout
He
out,
got me on.
shout out.
But
He got me on
hey,
the
I
path.
mean, it's so nice to meet you, and yeah, I want to see, your strategy with, your techniques and everything.
Okay, amazing. Then you should be in for a real treat when it comes to the way that I trade. Because I'm the one who starts off the 52 weeks. I am your first educator. So if you haven't watched my classes, that's okay. I'll kind of get you caught up or give you a snippet, a snapshot of kind of what things look like, which will pique your interest even more. So I'm excited for you to go back and watch those other recordings. All right, who else I got? Any vets, or is everybody else fairly new?
Pablito's here. Like, I'm fairly new. I have like I got in the second week of this second round of 52 weeks. But I just watched Debo. I never saw your classes. I'm excited actually to see your training tonight and see how you use the Harmonic Scanner, because not many of the leaders of the team actually are using right now.
Yes. Yes. Okay, cool. All right, great. Yes, that's the important part, the scanner. Because that's what we all here for, right? Is to learn how to use it. All right, so let me tell y'all a little bit about me. My name is Jaclynne Lopez. I am the creator of the Milwaukee Sauce. I'm also the co-creator of the 52 Weeks to Freedom course. Me, Chad, and Mickey created the course in order to create 1,000 master traders, right, in 52 weeks. Right now, we currently have a little over 200 active traders in the group. So, you know, we adding people every day, right? So my strategy actually is created off of the scanner. And the reason why it was created off of the scanner is because, as we all know, with our platinum package, our beginners package, right, the scanner is included. The reason it's included is because it's the company's flagship product, right? It is the product in which Christopher Terry created in order to help us learn how to trade. So I refer to it as our training wheels to trading, right? Because if you truly actually learn how to use it, then it will actually showcase not only your trading skills, but it'll help you elevate to the other platforms, right? And I'll kind of talk about that a little bit more as we go into it. So let me share my screen so that we can just jump right into it, because I don't like to waste no time. All right, so as far as, let me move all of this out of my way so I'm not looking at that. I'm gonna stop my video so y'all don't have to look at me. Y'all can just kind of pay attention to that, and I'm out the way. All right, so when you're logging in to the scanner, are you all logging in from this page here?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there anyone on here that's not going in from this site and is still going in through the back office, through IM Academy, and not the center? All right, great. Then that saves me a whole lot of time from having to explain that you need to be going in through this site. All right, let's refresh it, probably because I was in here last. Oh, let's reopen it. I wonder why the internet is acting slow. Here we go. So has anybody been actively using the scanner, or are you guys all just kind of new to the scanner too?
Yeah, I'm
I'm-
kind of new to the scanner myself.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean I've tried to use it, but then again I'm not too sure either how you go about it. But I see how it marks the entry points
Mm-hmm.
and then the take profits. So on the MetaTrader, what I've been doing is entering, when I see it's around that entry point, the
Mm-hmm.
numbers, and then also I'm just been putting in the take profit one because I'm still learning how to set the stop loss and how to move that around.
Okay. All right. So then I'm gonna assume, right? Even though that's one of our 4 agreements to never assume, right? But based on what you've already told me, I'm gonna assume that no one really knows how the scanner works. And the reason I'm gonna assume that is then that way I can kind of explain to you how it works in default. Because as you notice, when I logged into it, this is how it looks as default, right? So since you aren't really familiar with it, then I'll just start going through it so you understand it. So the first things first, right? If you notice, the charts are trading view. The reason why I point that out to you is because if you have a trading view account, or if you're using a free version of it, you actually have access to a paid subscription through the scanner. And what I mean by that is that you can have more than 3 indicators on it at one time without having to pay anything extra. And all of the data that's coming into it is being funneled from TradingView. So you don't necessarily need to purchase a paid subscription for TradingView when you first start out, because you have the Harmonic Scanner, which is your training wheels to trading. All right. So that's the first thing. That's the first important thing, right? Because why pay for something extra when you already have this amazing platform included? Now, if you don't know, the scanner at default, the way that it logged in right now, is anywhere from 87 to 89% accurate on default. Meaning that if you were to place 10 trades off of it, you would win 8 out of 10 trades. Right? Same thing if you placed 100 trades. Now you're looking at like 87, right? 88 trades. Now, who wouldn't want to win 87% of the trades? And all you got to do is copy and paste the numbers and wait for the market to actually do the move that the scanner is predicting. So what is actually happening?
You're teaching us how to use your scanner for real.
Let me mute y'all lines. Right? Is all you got to do is take a look and see that the scanner is actually pulling signals from all of these various brokers. So if you have one of these brokers, then it's just a matter of choosing it and looking at the scans. Right? Okay, so I have a Hugo's Way. I had a JFX when they were accepting US customers. I have a Trader's Way, right? And then some others. So I typically will start there. And if you notice, it's calling signals on the 15-minute chart, the 30-minute chart, the 1-hour chart, the 4-hour chart, and the daily chart. meaning you can catch intraday, right? And swing trades off of it. Sometimes you can scalp it off of that 15-minute, depending on how fast that particular pair is moving at that particular time, right? So all you really are doing is coming into the scanner when it's active or when you want to go in and take a look at a trade, find your broker. You don't have to use just your brokers. So if for some reason you don't find something that looks good on one of the brokers that you have, or maybe you don't have any of those brokers at all, you still can actually look at those active trades. And if the scanner is calling for it, 87% of the time it's going to do exactly what the scanner says it's going to do. Right? So let's just see. Has everyone gone through their academy? The whole thing?
Not
Yes,
the whole
ma'am.
thing.
Not the whole thing, but until the 300, the 200 series, almost 300.
Okay. Have you started getting to the patterns, the harmonic patterns yet?
Yes.
So then, is everyone familiar with the different patterns? Shark, bat, butterfly, Gartley, cipher.
Not everybody.
Okay. So, in order to effectively understand what the scanner is doing, you're going to have to go back and focus in on those videos for sure, right? Because you want to understand what it is that the scanner is actually doing, right? Yes, it's giving you signals, but that error that is there, right? That 10% that is off, 12% that is off, you want to know why. Or you want to be able to protect yourself from it or plan accordingly, right? Because if you haven't figured this out, all we're really doing is coming up with a hypothesis, right? Everybody remembers in school, we did science fair projects, right? And you just came up with an idea and then you tested your theory based on what the evidence showed you. And that's all we're doing. We're looking at what price is done over the course of time and making a prediction, an educated guess as to in which direction we think it's going to go. And the scanner is just helping us do that. And it's teaching us that if we see certain patterns in the market, then we can be assured that the market is going to act a certain way. So for example, with this particular scan, if you notice, it's telling you what type of order should you have been placing on this particular pair. Does anyone know?
I just sell
Why?
because it's going down.
What's going down?
The candlesticks.
No. Why is the scanner telling you this is a sale?
Oh, I see. It's a downtrend.
No, it's simpler than that. Don't overthink it. Remember, it's telling you exactly what to do.
Because the entry point is on top of the T-piece.
Exactly. And the D is on top. When I start teaching people this, guys, it's as simple as knowing your 1, 2, 3s and ABCs. If you know where the D is located, then you know where your entry is, and you know what type of order you should be placing. So simple. If the D is on the top, you're placing a sell limit. If the D is on the bottom, you're placing a buy limit. Just that simple. Don't overcomplicate things. In math, it's just formulas. The numbers never change, right? The answers just remain the same. The formulas don't change, guys. It's the same formula over and over and over. You just plugging in different numbers. That's it. And it's the same thing with trading. Once you learn the system, once you learn the process, it's just constant duplication, consistency, persistence, discipline, patience. All those things that we can't teach you. I can teach you how to read the scanner. I can teach you how to read the market without the scanner. I can't teach you how to be patient. I can't teach you how to be disciplined, right? Can't teach you how to be consistent. Those are all things, demons that you have to fight amongst yourself, which is the reason why everyone conquers this thing at a different pace. You can learn the skill set quickly. It's those other personal development things that you need to work on. Back to it. Okay, so simple. D on top sell, D on the bottom buy, right? With the scanner, it's so simple, guys. Look, it tells you the entry. You're copying this number. Entry, right? Now the scanner tells you, it gives you a stop loss, right? But in most cases, it's a lot larger. Sometimes it could even be smaller than what we're learning in the 52 weeks, right? And we already know we're learning 30 pips, right? Stop loss, unless it's a GBP pair, right? What is this? TRX USD. Who knows what that is? Does anybody know? TRX USD. Oh, they've added different cryptos to the scanner. Oh, ain't that interesting? Oh, I see that. Look at that. Neo, yeah, that's a crypto too. NEO USD, isn't it? Yep, sure is. Learn something new every day, guys. Learn something new every day. All right, so check it out. It's not only calling Forex signals now, it's calling crypto signals. It calls gold, right? That's
I got a
interesting.
question.
Yep, go ahead.
I just lost you. I told you it was a sell. You asked me why. You see the patterns over there under the Hugos, under the brokers. Those are the Harmonic Scanner, the ones picking up, right?
These here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep, these are the different pairs that it's picking up. Yep.
Okay. Are the ones that's coming on the top of the list fresher than the ones that's on the bottom?
Yes. The one that's at the top is the most current scan.
Okay.
But that does not mean that even though it's at the bottom or farther down here, that it has completed its move yet. It
Okay.
just means that the scanner is still calling out scans even after that scan. So what you should do is start at the top and just work your way down. Or if you have a specific pair that you like, here's a tip. Give me a pair, any pair.
Bitcoin.
Let's see if it's on here. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It is. So look, it's come up on Hugo's Way, JFX, Hugo's Way. So,
Put it up.
yep, I'll pull it up.
How do you do that?
How you do that?
All I did was I took my cursor, right? I left clicked it. And then I typed whatever pair, it don't matter. BTC,
Okay.
USD. And
Okay.
it'll pull up all of the scans for that pair. Here's try another pair. Look,
Wow.
GBP, USD. Look,
Wow.
look, all of the GBPs,
That's nice.
right? So you don't have to go looking for it if you got a specific pair that you're trading all the time. Just click on the screen and then type in the one you want. All right, but for the sake of the 52 weeks, right? We know that we study in certain pairs in our study groups. And if you don't know because you're just getting started, it's because you haven't watched my first 12 weeks. But each study group is assigned a certain number of pairs. And there's a method to my madness, right? But as you start to learn those different pairs, you'll understand why those pairs were chosen and how if you basically learn one pair, then you can pretty much trade multiple pairs at the exact same time, right? So for example, each study group has 4 pairs and a wild card. If I know what the primary currency is doing, right, then I can actually forecast what all 5 pairs are going to do and trade all of them at the exact same time, which is one of the things that you learn as you go through the 52 weeks. All right, so we're just going to pick a pair. Let's see. Who's on the call? Which study groups are here?
West Coast.
West Coast. Y'all got
West Coast.
UJ. That's Zinja's pair. UJ. Let's see. It's on Hugo's way. Let's see. Where does it fall? Ooh. This might be good, y'all. This might actually work. What is this? 30 minutes? Hugo's way. Let's see. And UJ. That's it. Is it on the 15-minute? All right, so now the way that I trade the scanner is this. I find the pair that I'm looking for. I typically start on the 1 hour, and then I want to make sure that the pair is moving or the scanner is calling for it to move in the same direction on multiple time frames. And if you notice, ooh, it is on multiple time frames. Okay, hold on, wait. This might be real. Oh, wait, this might be real good, y'all. This might be real. Yeah, this might be good. Okay. Let's see.
You think it's a lot better to do it on the computer?
I think you can do it off of your phone, right? But if you're serious about learning to be a trader, I would advise you to basically invest in yourself, because you're going to want to be able to, one, study on one device and be able to place your trades on another, or eventually have a setup in which you have multiple monitors. So you could possibly, some traders trade directly off of their desktop version of MetaTrader 4 when they're actually trading in their office at home. But then there are traders, obviously, that are trading on the fly on their phones as well. So you can do it either way. But when you start getting into larger lot sizes, you really don't want to be playing Russian roulette when it comes to just taking risky trades off your phone. If you're placing standards, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or hundreds of standards. Past profits don't guarantee future profits, right? So it's just being aware of that. All right. So then, question: none of you on the call had a chance to actually see Mark's 12 weeks either?
No, I just started following this.
I saw it.
So then you got a chance to take a look at the trading plan.
Yes.
Yes. So then you know what I'm talking about when you start getting to those other weeks.
Yes.
Yes. You don't want to play no games when you are leveraging those kinds of numbers, right? And that should just pique y'all interest to go back and watch and see what that trading plan looks like. Because if you think you're making money off of ketchup and mustard, and then you add that trading plan on top of that,
Sheesh.
baby, sheesh. I'm telling y'all something serious.
I'm
You don't
already
have
lost.
to use Mark's strategies. You take
Already
from
lost.
each one of the educators what you think is going to help you be a master trader and come up with your own trading strategy, your own trading system. You know what I'm saying? But you start pulling these pieces together, right, baby? We're gonna have a whole lot of 6, 7, 8-figure earners, more than what we got right now. More than what we got right now. All right, so back to it. USDJPY, it's a butterfly pattern. It's calling for a buy. The D is on the bottom, right? It's already wicked the entry one time. It's already consolidating.
Which one?
USDJPY.
And it's up what? About,
What you think is going to continue? Is going to go down or up?
Up.
well, the scanner is calling for it to go up because the take profits are on the top and the D is on the bottom. Look, it's on the 15-minute saying that it's a buy. On the 30-minute, it's saying it's a buy. Where is it? Boom. On the hour, it's saying it's going to be a buy. On the 4-hour, it's going to be a buy. That's 4 different time frames that the scanner is calling for USDJPY to buy.
You know, I haven't done that. Wow, that's good.
The only time frame that is not setting up on right now is the daily, but that don't mean that that's not what's going to happen. It just means it hasn't happened yet. Right? So that's the first thing. You find the pair, and then you want to find multiple confirmations that it's going to go in that direction. Now, I'm not saying that if you only find one on the 15-minute that it's not going to do what it's going to do. But what I'm saying is that if you find it on multiple time frames, one, the probability of it doing what it's going to do is higher. 2, that move is going to last a whole lot longer, right? Because it's predicting it all the way up to the 4-hour. Each candle is 4 hours, which means this move could take a few days.
Swing
It could
trade.
possibly take all week to actually do the whole move, right?
Wow.
And I haven't even talked about my strategy or none of that. I'm just telling y'all how the scanner works all by itself.
Wow.
And
There is
Milwaukee.
any- Go for it, Damien.
Say it again.
There is any difference I would like to know, like, there is any difference in between your strategy when you find this pair in multiple time frames, or if you find 1 or 2, or what is your favorite time frame? In this specific occasion, I'm actually in this pair right now to buy.
Okay. So now look, if you notice, it was actually selling, right? It sold all the way down. And if you notice, it's kind of in consolidation, right? It's moving sideways. It's basically in this zone,
Okay.
right? The one thing you got to notice is on the 1 hour time frame, which is what we're looking at right now, is it already hit take profit 1 coming right off the D. It already did this move right here. You see it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nah, I didn't do that right. Y'all see it, right?
That's like a retest because it's going to hit entry and go back up.
It already did hit the entry again. Look, it hit it right here off the D. Came up to take profit 1. How many pips is that?
100.
17.
How many?
I see 17.
17, right?
17.
Right? Because you got to remember how to count your pips. If you don't
Okay,
know
yeah.
how to count your pips, let me tell you something, sugar. Your pips is how you going to get paid. If you can't calculate your pips correctly, if you don't know what number is the pip on your pair, and if you notice on the JPY pairs, that number does not look the same as any of the other pairs, which is one of the things that I talk about and teach you in the first 12 weeks. Notice JPY pairs, there are 3 numbers before the decimal and 3 numbers after. Every other pair, right? There are 5 numbers after the decimal place. You have to know where that pip is, because if you don't, you're going to have a heart attack if you thinking that you leveraging 10 cents and you leveraging $10 or $1. You're going to blow your account immediately. Immediately. Like it's going to blow up in your face. It's going to go, and you're going to cry. And you're going to pray. And you're going to be hurt. And you're going to be cussing and fussing. So that is the first most important thing you need to know, is how to calculate your pips. What number is the pip? Right? What's the rule about trading anything other than a Forex pair before you master the Forex pair? Do you know? You shouldn't be trading anything other than one of the Forex majors or crosses, right? You shouldn't be trading anything other than that. And you should only be actively trading one pair until you have earned $100,000 on that pair. Everybody understand that?
Yes.
So if you like GJ or you like UJ, then you need to make 100,000 on UJ before you start trading something else. That's your goal. You have not mastered that pair until you have accomplished it. Now, how fast that's going to take is going to be determined on how fast that particular pair moves or how many pips that particular pair gives out. Those are all things that you need to learn and understand. And those are things that I teach you in the first 12 weeks of the 52 weeks. I lay the foundation for the 52 weeks so that you know what to trade, when to trade, how to trade it, right? My system is currency volume sauce. That's what I teach. Right? And looking at the scanner, all you need to know is what does the scanner tell you? And then use some of the things that you're learning, apply it so that you can make some money while you're learning at the same time. Because think about that, at 17 pips, depending on what your lot size was, right? Could have been $17, could have been $1,700, right? Could have been 17,000, depending on the trader and their account size and their lot size, right? And look, think about it. It already retested it again. So it gave somebody another opportunity to get in. And it went up and gave you another 10 pips. Almost 12. Now this on the 1 hour chart though. Right? And look, it looked like it's gonna retest it again. Just based on what I'm looking at on the 1 hour chart. Let's go check what the other charts say. Look. Alright, so here's a little nugget. When you're looking at the active scans, if you find one and this D is still moving, it's not ready to trade. It's not tradable yet. If the D is still moving and none of this stuff has happened, let's see if we find one. I don't like them. I don't like the way those look. There go Bitcoin, but I don't like that. Hey, let's go back to UJ since we're looking at UJ. No, but UJ is not moving like that because it's already come past the D. Maybe GA. It just closed the D. This D is stopped moving. There's now a new candle here. Maybe, no, it's gonna still be past it. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can show y'all what I mean. There, that's one. See this D? The current candle is on the D. If you come into a scan and see that the current candle is on the D, don't trade it. And the reason why I tell you don't trade it is because the market is moving. It is alive, right? And because of that, it is a possibility that this whole pattern could shift with the market. And you could get caught up in a pullback and blow your account or hit your stop loss. So always wait for the D to stop moving before you start to really analyze the signal. Everybody understand that? Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so let's go back to you, Jay, since that's y'all pair. And it's looking like it's going to be probably a good one. And it might and it might not. I don't know. Well, because it's on these other time frames is what makes me feel like it's still going to go up. Because where is it? Oh, yeah. It ain't actually came all the way down to the entry. Well, but it did, though, on the D. But it was still on a downtrend. Do y'all see how it's still moving in a downward direction on these higher time frames? It has not actually reversed to make the move to the upside yet.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
Right? So when you're looking at the scanner and you see that it's coming signals across multiple time frames, then you want to start to look at the smaller time frames to see what's happening, because the smaller time frames are going to set up before the higher time frames. Does that make sense? So for example, if we're looking at the 4 hour and the 4 hour is still indicating that it's moving in a downward direction, if we switch over to the 15-minute, if you notice, it stopped moving really in the downward direction. It's pretty much moving sideways now. Do y'all see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So really, we're waiting for this to finish exhausting that downward trend so that we can catch the wave on the way back up. Y'all understand that?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Let me ask you something.
Mhm.
You talk about in the beginning about other indicators out of the default to ensure like you're gonna have the movement you're looking for.
Yep.
In this specific case, like because I already had pairs like that in the harmonic scanner where reverse on me and there was a pullback or
Yep.
even like didn't respect the harmonic scanner and like I got kicked out or even blow my account for that. Like what in this case will be a good like indicator to make sure the movement's going into our TPs?
So, okay, so for one thing, if it breaks past the D going the opposite direction, so say this continues to fall and it breaks past this D, I will get out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if that wasn't my 30 pips, or let's say it was close to the 30 pips, or let's say that it was like 10 pips. If it closed past that D, I would be done. I would wait for the setup to actually set up to move to the upside. Because what is happening is we know that it's moving to the upside because it's getting ready to do a trend reversal. But or a pullback. But what's happening is we have to wait for when is it going to happen, right? Okay, so which brings me to the sauce. That is the reason why I created the sauce, is because if you notice with the scanner, right? If you would have saw this scan when this happened back here, right? And you placed your buy limit, let's say back here at 145. That was, yeah, at 145, right? It didn't come back there, right? It has not actually touched the entry. It got real close to it, but it hasn't hit it yet. Has it?
No.
No, it hasn't. So one thing is that you would still be sitting here and you would have missed this move when it came up and caught the TP, which is one thing. But then the other thing is you're just still sitting here waiting, hoping, wishing, and praying that it actually comes all the way down here and pulls you in. Now, depending on your broker, is also going to determine whether or not you get wicked in or not. Let's see. It's on Hugo's way. I wonder, did it actually touch it? No, it got a little bit closer, but it didn't actually get him in either. Right? So the reason why I created the sauce is because I recognize that those times when the scanner either didn't give me the perfect entry, like the entry was slightly off, right? Like it wicked it, but it didn't pull me in. Or let's just say that in some cases, hold on, let's see if we can find one, where it never even went up to the entry. Let's see, wait. Let's see if we can find a 15 minutes kind of. Like this one. This is perfect. Perfect example. I want to show y'all something. This is beautiful. Oh, this is beautiful, y'all. Oh my goodness, y'all. Mind blowing. Get ready. Y'all about to be blown, right? What is this? AUD USD? And this is on the hour chart. Check it out. The scanner said it was going to do a sale, correct? Everybody see that?
Yes.
Right? If you to put your entry at 0.73139,406, would you have actually been entered into this trade to profit from this sale, even if you had your entry and your order placed correctly?
Why couldn't you?
If you put an order in, if you put in a sale limit in MetaTrader 4 at this entry, and the market did this sale, and you had this order here, would you have been kicked into the sale? Would you
No.
have been entered into the sale?
No.
I would.
Did it ever hit your entry?
Let me see.
No.
This
No.
green line, did it ever come? Did the market ever come up here to the green line?
Nope.
Did it come up to the D at all? No. But did it do the sale?
Yeah.
It did the
Yeah.
sale, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
But it reversed off of take profit 1, not off of the entry. Everybody sees that? Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This candle, right? It was going up, right? It went up from C to D. Even though it consolidated, it shot up to D, right? It reversed here on take profit 1, not on the entry, on the D. Everybody sees that, right?
Man.
All right, check it out. How many pips is that?
105.
105 pips in 15 hours.
In how many hours?
15? How many pips do we need? 30, 30, 30, dirty 30. All we need is dirty 30. And how many 30s is in 105?
3.
3.
3. Right? Check it out. How would I have known that this was going to do this move? Why would I have known not to enter at this entry? All USD, right? All USD. Look at my entry. My entry was actually here. Look, it did it here. Hold on, wait, let me show y'all. I'm looking for the cross, right? Watch what happened. Right? From this cross, 87 pips in 14 hours. I lost an hour.
14 hours.
But in 14 hours, I made 87, 88 pips. Now, if I would have carried it from cross to cross and decided to jump out, I only would have cost 63 pips. And that's from alert to alert. So I'm not sitting in front of my computer screen waiting for this to happen. I get an alert, the cross has happened. Blue on top buy, red on top sell. The red is on top. The red is on top. The red is on top. I sell. Everybody see that?
How will you set
Yes.
up your alarm for that?
Look.
On TradingView. And you
And
can do it with a
also-
free version. I set it with the 2 first indicators that I use. But I ain't gonna give it to you on this call just because I know it's people on the call that ain't in the 52 weeks yet. But if you watch my first 12 weeks, you get my indicators and I show you how to set it up, not only on your Harmonic Scanner, but on your iPhone and your Android. So it's mobile. It's on your phone.
You got all the sauce.
Yep. Yep. And that's an hour, y'all. I gave y'all 1 hour. And I closed it with that. Boom, let's get saucy.
Hey, can you let me know? Can you let me know if you got my information for?
Yep, let me check right now. I'm gonna check. Make sure. Boom, boom. Let me see. Do. Who I'm talking to, Sugar?
William.
William, yes, baby. I'm finna send you a message right now. Hey, Sugar, where you live? That's my response. I ask everybody where you live so I know what group to put you in. All right? Not in a house, silly. I'm from another state. I need to know where you at. So I know if you representing the Midwest, is you representing the South, is you out West, is you international, is you part of the Northeast, where you from? We need to know where you at. Y'all all know I'm repping Milwaukee. Midwest, baby. Florida. Okay, Sugar. You the South. I'm finna let you in right now so everybody can see. I'm finna let you in so y'all know the best way to get into the group is
To catch you when you're on live.
or do it on Telegram. Send me a message and I plug you in right then and there. I just sometimes listen. Think about how many people I got to go through and verify.
So my first 12 weeks is gonna be with you.
The first 12 weeks is with me. It's recorded. And then the second 12 weeks is Mark Goldfinger Fair. He teaches us the Sparta trading system, the 357. We're currently doing Debo's, right? Ketchup and mustard. And then when Debo's done, I'll be announcing our 4th educator to close out the year. But I'm doing these classes so that you guys can actually see how I pull everything together live and be able to ask me questions in real time. And I do a Saturday class. Now, Saturday class is a little different. Saturdays, I'm doing a weekly analysis, so I'm forecasting what the next week is getting ready to do. And I'm using some of the other tools and techniques that I use in my trading system. So it's better if you watch my video so that you kind of know how I'm using those things and what they are, or at least be familiar with what they are, so that when you're on a Saturday class, you're not completely lost, because I'm doing big picture stuff.
Could you tag the 12 weeks videos with you with the sauce and everything so we can actually jump in right in?
Yes, I will post all of the recordings to date. So I will post my 12 weeks, Mark's 12 weeks, and I will post Debo's playlist for his 3 weeks, and we do his class. Oop, it's after 12 o'clock today. So we doing class number 4 tonight.
Yeah.
And then it usually takes me about a day. Fingers crossed, Lord willing, to get it
So
posted.
your next class is today?
Saturday.
Well,
Saturday.
so I was hearing about Wednesdays.
Oh, Wednesday's classes? No, I won't go live back again on Wednesday's classes until the next 52 week starts.
So
I'm
when's the
always
ne-
the first educator.
Okay, and I'm gonna be on your next 52 weeks, right?
Yeah, you just carry over. As long as you stay active, you can just stay in the 52 weeks. You don't get booted out. The 52 weeks started a whole year ago. This is my second 52 weeks. So I did a first 52 weeks last year, and then I did this 52 weeks now, and then next year will be my third round at it. And each year it gets a little bit better because I add a little bit more sauce to it.
Can I ask you something really quick?
Sure.
When was the beginning of the 52-week course for this
It
session?
started in February.
February.
So how
Okay.
far along are y'all?
We are in our third educator. We're 4 weeks into the third educator.
So I'm gonna be behind.
Well, that's the reason why you need to watch them videos, baby. You gotta get caught up. And that's the power of your study group, right? You can ask any questions that's trading related in those study groups. And I monitor all the groups. And the current educator monitors the groups as well. So if you have
William,
questions, you can get them from there. Huh?
like in example of Thibaut, he just kind of start from ground zero. So like he had like the 3 first weeks was really introduction, and like now he's like catching up and getting
Yes.
more speed. So you have
Yes.
a chance to catch up really soon.
Correct. So basically, if you notice, and this is one thing that you'll pick up on, is that each week, even starting from the very beginning, the way that we designed it is they build on each other. So if you notice, there are some similarities in everything that each one of us teaches. We just look at it from a different way, or we present it in a different way. But a lot of it is the same. So when you just start watching the videos, it'll just start to make more sense. And as you go along, you'll have what I call the aha moment. And you'll have many of them as you go through the journey, because I still get them even now. Like, I don't know the ketchup and mustard strategy. That's why I'm on the classes with you, because I'm learning it at the same time you are. I know my strategy. And now I know the Sparta, 3-5-7 strategy. And I have access to that trading plan, which takes you from $150 to 1.2 million in 13 weeks, right? No income claims.
All right, man. It's a good night. I gotta go to work in the morning.
All right, good night, y'all. See y'all in class.
Deuces. Thank you. I appreciate your help.
You're welcome, sugar. Anytime. That's what I'm here for.